the whole conversation is about how Detroit is so physical and they're going to fight you with tooth and nail and that they're going to make life difficult for you. Nobody wants to see them in a 7-game series, which I agree with all of that. I think that that is all just objectively the case for Detroit. But I don't think that San Antonio gets the credit for also being a highly physical team, a rough and tumble, difficult defense to deal with. You know, we talked about this a little bit before we recorded. We were texting a little bit, and we talked about how the Spurs perimeter defenders are able to be highly physical because they know if they get blown by, guess who's there waiting for you? It doesn't really matter. There's a whole basically a dome over anywhere near in the paint near the rim, and you're not going there. So guess what Stephon Castle is going to do? He's going to ride you and play you super, super physically on the perimeter. And guess what De'Aaron Fox is going to do, who's an underrated perimeter defender who can stay in front of guys. And guess what Julian Champagnie is going to do? Like, all of these guys are going to play really aggressive and tough defense. There's no breaks. And then, let's bring in our 20-year-old Carter Bryant, who's like an insane defender already at this point, a few games into his career. So they don't get enough credit for also being a highly physical defense. So to me, I feel like they are structured in a way where they are able to and really built to deal with any team going into a playoff series and a postseason matchup. They can match up with anyone. They, like you suggested, they have such a well-rounded team. You have guys who can create elite rim pressure, and De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle, and obviously Harper to a lesser extent when he plays. You have elite spacing in Devin Vassell and Julian Champagnie. You have balanced kind of wing level support with Harrison Barnes and Keldon Johnson. You have the elite center in the game from a defensive standpoint, and Victor Wembanyama, and probably going to be one of the elite defensive centers in the history of the game. Definitely trending that way, and is almost unlikely to even not be that in a weird way. So, and then like you mentioned, Luke Cornett behind them, who is super solid overall. They just are built like so fundamentally sound and well-rounded that to me, they're just going to be extremely difficult. And they showed that against the Pistons. They've shown that against, multiple teams throughout this season, beating the Thunder a number of times. Like, I just think this might be the team to beat in the league, and being third in championship odds at this point in time feels like weird and inappropriate. So something feels off about that to me.